Hello and welcome to this session tonight. We're going to be talking about networking. So, first things first. Hello, everyone. It's been an amazing time with you in the personal and professional development bootcamp. So, I want you to do something quickly. Once you come in here and you can see and hear me clearly, drop a comment. Drop a comment and let me know that you can. Okay? Drop a comment, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're watching this right now. Yes, hit the like button and subscribe real quick. Turn on the notification bell on YouTube so that you know whenever I go live for this bootcamp. Okay, so you're all welcome. You're all welcome. Networking is a big challenge for many people. A lot of people who are either building brands or building businesses or doing stuff on their own, whatever it is. I've heard a lot of people who will always come to tell me, CJ, how do you do it? We came to a conference together and then it's just as if you know everybody here. You are greeting everyone and everyone is greeting you. You are exchanging contacts. How do you even do it? How do you surmount such amount of, build such amount of confidence that you can walk up to anybody and exchange contacts with them? Okay, so tonight I'm going to be doing something very spectacular, and that is I'll be sharing a lot of my secrets with you. I'll be sharing a lot of tips that help me do this. Okay, this is not something I ordinarily teach for free, but this night I'm going to break a lot of things down. So do me a favor, go to the group where you saw this, go to the feedback room or any room, where you saw the link for this session and let everyone know that we are live. As well, if you're watching this as a replay, maybe after I must have repurposed this or put it into a course or something somewhere and you purchased it, or anything that brings this material close to you, you're welcome. Okay, do well to watch it till the end as you get a lot of beneficial information. So let's go. Welcome Chikeluba Dozier and KS Chops. You're welcome. Good to have you here. So let me know who are here with me. Okay. So let me know. Okay. Hit, hit, hit. So let them know. I'm trying to pass the information to them. Okay. So if you're here with me, you can thank you very much. Thank you very much. If you are here with me, you can let me know where you are watching from. Okay, where did you see the link? Where are you watching from? So we'll get right into the matter. Once you come in, introduce yourself. I would love to know. I would love to know who's with me. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you. So let's go. Let's go. And I think what I'm going to do is this. As long as you are here, you can drop questions about networking in the comment section. While I'm teaching, you can drop questions and I'll answer them. So, what is this networking that we are talking about? What is networking? What is networking? A lot of people may not know or understand what networking is about, but let me simplify it. This is my own personal definition. Networking is the sum total of all the processes involved in connecting with people, transacting value with people, and building. Oh, welcome. I'm building uh, uh, immediate or potential mutually beneficial relationships. This is my definition. It's what I love to, deliver whenever I talk about networking. Now let's go over it again. Sum total of all the processes involved in connecting with people, transacting value with people, and building immediate or potential mutually beneficial relationships. So you are connecting, you are initiating the conversation or initiating the relationship. Okay, you are reaching out to connect, and you are doing this with people, real human beings, not objects and not robots. Sometimes I get to wonder why a lot of people buy into the robotic means of connecting with people, especially on WhatsApp. I know during that COVID period, there was another pandemic going on. People storming into your DM with messages like, forgive me for barging into your DM. I'm just here to this, that, and this is what I do. Pay my, what is it called? I sell this, buy from me, and share it so that your ancestors can see it. All those funny things that people do in the name of connection. It will surprise you to find out that a lot of those things are actually wrong. Okay, fundamentally they are not right. So you are connecting with real human beings, with real emotions, real people, not robots. Okay, transacting value. You are connecting, and not just connecting, you are transacting value. You are thinking of how to transact. Notice I did not say share value, I did not say give value, I said transact, meaning that it's simple. Networking is a two-way street. Anyone who is joining, anyone who is watching, you are very welcome. You're welcome. Good to have you here. So networking is a two-way street. It's not one person giving or one person receiving. Two people or more interacting with themselves, transacting value or hoping to transact value. So you must think of networking from the value perspective. If not, you'll get it all wrong. Okay? So transacting value with people or building immediate or potential. What do I mean? Sometimes you think of networking, and some people will say, when you want to network with people, take advantage. This person may be your prospect or something. No, 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 no. Not everybody you meet on the road, not every stranger is your prospect. That's the truth. Even if they are, you don't have to treat them as prospect, that you are going to invade their DMs and ask them to start buying your product or buying your stuff or paying, or any form of financial strain on them in your favor. No, that's not it. Some people are your prospects, quite all right, but it will take some time for you to nurture that relationship and build trust to the point you can release their monies to you. Okay, but that does not negate the fact that there are immediate benefits you can get from networking. I've been at events. I've been to events where I go with my friend or a group of friends, and then I meet somebody I know who is very influential, and I go, hey, ma, this is my friend, this is what she does. And right before me, right in my presence, the person I introduced gets a job or gets a deal or gets an offer right there on the spot. That's part of what networking can avail you. Okay, so that's where the immediate comes in. Immediate uh what is it called, immediate benefit or immediate reward that can come from networking. Okay, immediate or potential is the one you nurture. You are nurturing, you are building, you are taking your time to invest in that relationship, and over time it continues to ascend. The level of trust continues to ascend to the point where people can get to say, hey, look, you've done so much for me, I want to do this for you in return. Or I've listened to you for 3 years now. I think I need to sign up for your mentorship. Or somebody comes to you and says, oh, I've been looking for your contact. I remember in 2021, you were hammering hard on this topic. And currently, my organization is partnering with the United States USAID, or maybe partnering with WHO, or partnering with World Bank, and we need somebody to come and talk about business registration. We need somebody to come and talk about health. We need somebody to come and talk about physical activity. But because you've been saying this, or because we had this conversation in 2020 or in 2019, now this is 2023 and somebody is coming up with a reminder. Okay, just because they know, they remember that this is what you do, and they come to you. That's where the nurturing comes in, or that's where the potential aspect of it comes. Okay, so that is how you should view networking. It's not every time that you're going to be in it for the immediate rip off, the immediate benefit. There are some people that the mistake they make, and the reason why they are not confident enough to network, is that they are almost always thinking about what can I get immediately. So the moment they connect with you, boom, they are already looking for one thing or the other to rip off your pocket. Okay, so that is it. I'll go straight into the benefits. I'll go straight into the benefits, because that's going to be the structure this session is taking. Thank you, Bisola. Thank you very much. Good evening, Pastor V. Thank you for joining. So, um, the benefits. What are the benefits of networking? After the benefits, I'll be telling you more about or let me start with what networking is not. Okay, before I go into the benefits, and then we'll talk about challenges. And from challenges, we'll be talking about strategies proper. Okay, I'll be sharing a few tangible strategies that you can use to connect with anyone you want to connect with, whether the person is a president or a governor or an employer or anybody at all in this world. And my promise is that I may not want to make the promise, but let me do that. After tonight, you're going to have the confidence to walk up to anybody and say hi and connect. Okay, you're going to have that rock solid confidence to walk up to anybody anywhere and connect, and not just connect as per talking and engaging and telling stories. No, I mean connect and exchange contacts in such a way that you can keep up with yourself. You can see what the other person is doing, and they can see what you are doing. That's the point of networking. Not just to exchange Instagram handle and exchange LinkedIn handle and follow your. No, 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 that's not it. Okay, at least to keep up, even if you are not talking and engaging every day or calling yourselves every day, you need to be able to say, oh, this is what this person is doing, this is what this person is going through, this is what this person is building. That's the point of networking, so that when you need that person by any means, you will know who to go to, or when you need their service, you will know where to find them. When they need yours, they will know where to find you. So let's go. What networking is not. I know I mentioned this earlier. I mentioned some of them earlier on, but the first thing you have to know: one, networking is not growing your contact list or your follower base. Okay, some people will feel like, oh, I have 1,000 views on WhatsApp, and they feel like, okay, I have a large network, or I'm doing networking. Maybe not so. Networking is not about how many followers you have on TikTok or Instagram. No, no, that's not the point. Okay, it's not. So that's why you see a lot of people, they go extremes, doing things like buying contacts, doing gains in the name of networking. I'm not saying those things are fundamentally bad, but that is not the point of networking. You can have thousands and millions of people in your network, but then nobody trusts you enough to do business with you. Nobody trusts you enough to buy anything from you. It can be really frustrating. Okay, so the second thing, networking is not showing your profile. around. There are people who use every single opportunity they get to talk about the 100 million things, they sell or they do or they have achieved in life. So you meet somebody for the first time and you are just talking, they did not even ask you, you're already reading out your CV, your entire length of CV, the way you crammed it in your head does not make sense. That's too robotic and unnecessary. It's not throwing your profile around, going into people's DMs randomly and sending them 10 pages of your profile to connect with you. No, that's not the point of networking. That's not what networking is. Okay. The next one is that it is not knowing people. Okay. It's not knowing people. Chikeluba, thank you very much. I see what you are doing in the comments. Thank you. So it's not knowing people. Networking is beyond knowing people. Like I said earlier, you can know many people and then you are not of use to yourselves. You're not doing anything for them, they're not doing anything for you, just that you know them. Does not make sense. You're not transacting value in any way, you're not communicating in any way. Okay, that's not networking. You can know many people, but you still don't have the ability to relate well or connect well with them. Finally, networking is not network marketing. Networking is not network marketing. Margaret, welcome, 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 Margaret. Thank you. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Fortunately, we both are uh we are both in the same location. Yeah, and I know I met you, was it not yesterday? So good to have you here. So it's different. Networking is different from network marketing. I get a lot of people who see my flyer or they see that I teach networking and they just try so hard to start pestering me to join network marketing. Some of them will come to me and they are like, oh, I want to learn networking. And by the time I explain what networking means to them, they run away because they thought I was talking about network marketing, how to bring bring two people to start making millions. No, that's not what networking is about. It's not. Okay. So it's different. Network marketing simply means using, leveraging on connection, leveraging on the fact that people know themselves to make financial profit. That's just it. Building business models based on connection, on commission. It's a commissions based model most of the time. Okay. So because this person knows this person and can bring these people in, that's how it works. Network marketing makes use of networking, okay, as a fundamental chain in their business model. That's why it is called network marketing, but they're not the same thing. I hope it's clear. Now, why networking is a must? That's the next thing we are going to talk about. I hope it's making sense. Can you hear me clearly? Okay, let me know if you can hear me clearly so that I'll go ahead. And if you are enjoying the session so far. Okay, good, good. So, like I was saying, why do people do or let me say, why is networking a must for you? Why must you reach out? Why must you connect with people? Why must you attend events and try to meet people? Why is it important? Number one importance is networking helps you. I mean, it helps you get opportunities easily. A lot of jobs that people get today are not got through CV, submitting CV. Mm-mm. A lot of people keep applying and applying and applying and applying for jobs, yet they don't get anything. Meanwhile, somebody attends an event, meets somebody, and talks for a few minutes and gets a job just like that. That's one of the benefits. It opens you up to opportunities. Some opportunities you may not have ordinarily been able to access. Networking tears down that barrier and helps you to go in. Okay. Another thing it does for you is that it brings you close to people. And there's something about, that relationship. Networking can make you happier. Networking can make you happier. People who have larger networks generally tend to lead happy lives. I saw a research that was in 2020 while I was researching. I saw a study that actually proved that people who have larger networks, extended networks, lead happier lives. It was a research conducted on, I think, neuropsychology and happiness, something like that. Okay, so you can't see, if you are not reaching out to people. A lot of times, even if you are an introvert, a lot of times you just find out that you are in your own tiny world. And because there's a yearning to relate with people, there's a yearning to feel that affection that comes from that communion with people, but you are not having it because you don't know how to network. A lot of people are in pain, severe pain. They want to reach out to somebody and talk. They just want somebody to connect with and talk or something, but they just find out still that they can't do it. They can't. They just can't. Okay. So if you learn how to network, you are going to, you have it easier with people. People would want to come to you. People would, and the truth is this. The truth is this. For a lot of people who are afraid of rejections, most of the time, I can assure you, you won't get rejected. Most of the time you will not get rejected, but the first rejection, which is usually the most important, is the one that comes from you rejecting yourself before others can even have the chance to reject you. You feel like, okay, everybody is going to reject me, so no need trying to connect, no need attempting to connect. Okay, that's another thing. Networking can bring you money, it can bring you sales. See, if you're a business owner here, you are running a business, you are building a brand, you are building a career, you are doing something that has to do with money. Okay, if you are doing any of such, you have a side hustle that you are doing. The truth is, when it comes to sales and marketing, to a huge extent, it is a numbers game. It's a numbers game. If you do not have more eyes on what you are doing, more people who trust you, seeing what you are doing, more people who admire your work, seeing what you are doing, the truth is, you would neither have them buying nor referring you. It's not by magic. You don't wake up today all of a sudden and like, oh, I have a vision to build a business that will deliver raw food to China and this and that. Who is going to eat the food? Who is going to buy the raw food? Who is going to? These are people. So the more connected you are, the better for you. There are people who their breakthrough started just because somebody in their network mentioned them somewhere. There's a town hall meeting somewhere and they are looking for somebody who can communicate with the youths and teach youths about business or career or something, and somebody mentions your name. You don't know how that can catapult you. The truth is, and it remains, the more you extend your network, the more you expand your channels of opportunities and cash flow, especially when you know what to do to attract those opportunities and attract that income flow. If you have value that you create, the value is there. You are there as a channel. But how many people already know you? And how many people do you know? That's a very, very key determinant in business and sales. So if you have only 5 people, you have a product you are selling for 3,000 naira or 5,000 naira, okay? And when you post on your status, only 5 people will see it, only 10 people will see it. You have a business you are doing, a hotel you are building or something, but cumulative of everything in your network is like 50 people. Only 50 people you know in this life, they are only 50. And out of 50, 25 are your family members. 12 are the ones you were close to when you were in the university. Okay, and the remaining are random people you've met online, random people you've met somewhere. You know, you are proud that you don't have many friends. I don't have many friends. Sometimes I wonder, particularly in very religious circles or among very religious people, Christians that I've talked with, some of them can be very funny at times. You hear people take pride in the fact that they don't have many friends. That's a very funny thing, though. You see somebody and he's like, I only have one friend in this. No, but everybody cannot be my friend. I agree with you, no problems. But you have to understand the consequences of such attitude. So they only have one friend, they don't talk to anybody, they live triangular lives, they don't socialize, nothing, just you and your room and your church or whatever you are doing that is taking your time. And when the going gets tough, you are left all alone, lonely. You start a business and you realize you are the only customer of your business. Imagine cooking food for your restaurant and nobody comes around to eat. You'll be the only one to eat everything. See, sales, business, profit thrives on numbers, networks. So you must understand that. You must understand that the more the merrier. You need to connect with more people, you need to know more people, you need to interact more people, you need to share value, transact value with more people. And one of the things, one of the reasons you must do this is because there is value, there's unlimited wealth of potentials in every human being. Why connecting with people? You must understand the 3 levels of people you have to connect with. 3 levels. The people at the top, the people at your level, and the people who are relatively below you. The people at the top, the mentors, the leaders in your industry experts, your coaches, your seniors in your profession, and all that. These are the people you are looking up to. The people who can hold your hand and pull you up. The second category of people are people in your you can put on par with yourself. Your friends, your classmates, you attend an event, your fellow young people or old elderly people in your age grade or doing something similar. But you know that something, you are playing in the same league with these people. Then finally, you have to connect with people you need to help, people you feel that sense of obligation to lift up. Not necessarily that you are better than them, but there is something you carry that those people need and you can offer them. Now, this will bring me to the point of letting you understand that you have to extend your networks. Why am I saying this? There's potential in everybody, and that potential has a likelihood of exploding at any moment. So the person you are looking down on and saying, I don't want to connect with riffraff, I don't want to connect with these people. My classes, I don't want to host classes for this category of people. I don't want to do this. Those people, their own timing, their own timelines and destinies can change at the flick of a finger. So you must be intentional about connecting. Okay, there are many other reasons why you should build networks, many other. I talked about referrals, endorsements, recommendation, and all. I've had nominations for awards that I had no idea about. All of a sudden, I'm seeing myself tagged. Oh, congratulations to you! You've been nominated for this award. You won this award. You did this. Come for the award ceremony. I had no. I did not know who mentioned my name, but it is obvious people are mentioning it. You know, that fulfillment that comes when I go for events. Sometimes I go for many events these days, and for any room I enter and people are there, this person is telling me, "Oh, are you not Chijioke Otikpa? Oh, wow, Chijioke. Ah, Chijioke, I've been seeing what you do. I've been seeing what you I sometimes, the mind can be tricky. You are staying with yourself all the time. You live with yourself, so you don't even know how valuable you are to some people. I entered a room recently in Abuja. I went for Toastmasters training. The trainer himself, he was a world champion finalist. Recently, Toastmasters International Public Speaking Competition, he qualified. He was number one in the whole of Africa. Then he was a finalist in the whole of the world. He was a finalist. So he was invited to train that corporate speakers Toastmasters in Abuja. And he looked at me and said, he knows me. I know you. I've been seeing your work. I'm like, what? The president of the club too said he knows me. He has been seeing what I'm doing. And I'm like, oh my mind was officially, blown. I froze for a few seconds. Now imagine how these people would know you. Imagine the opportunities you can access just because people like that would mention you somewhere. And that is why you must be consistently sharing value. You must be consistently thinking of how to create more channels to let value flow from you. Okay, so that's it. Now let me quickly run through why people do not do networking. Why do people find it difficult to build networks? Why? And while I'm talking about this, don't be shocked if you hear your name. Don't be shocked, because you could be wondering, am I seeing you right now? How do I know? Or that's it. Okay, that's it. More for many people. Number one is fear. Fear. And that fear can be normal or pathological. I mean, it could be a medical stuff. There are normal limits of fear, normal thresholds of fear. So for some people, they have not that normal range of social anxiety, social phobia. They don't really like people coming around them. They don't like meeting people or something, but it's not so bad. It's not keeping them from doing stuff. It's not keeping them from attending classes or going to work. It's not making them shiver on the road or turn back from going to important occasions, you know. But there's also another category where we get the extreme social anxiety, fear of humans, fear of people. It happens to some people. They are afraid of just meeting people, having contact with anybody. They just want to be on their own. So, whatever it is, you have to identify what it is and seek help. Number two, lack of confidence, shyness, or timidity. Lack of confidence. For some people, they don't believe in themselves yet. I mean, who am I? Who am I for anybody to want to connect with me? I mean, I'm just a piece of nothingness. That's what they think in their heads. And the truth is, most of the time, whatever you think with your mind about yourself, your whole being accepts that reality and starts playing it out. Your whole being, your body, everything follows. If you keep saying you are lazy, you are lazy, you are lazy, you are lazy, don't be surprised. Very soon you'll start having back pain or shoulder pain, because even your body will adapt to that laziness. I'm lazy, I'm lazy. You relax, you spread, your posture is bad, everything is reflecting from what you keep telling yourself. I'm digressing a bit, so let's come back. Lack of self-confidence, shyness, timidity, which is something you obviously definitely have to break. You have to break it. Why will you be shy or timid to share your message, to transact value, to connect with somebody? Why should you be shy? Now, the thing I want you to understand that would help you break off this is shyness and timidity will never pay your bills. They will never really do anything good or worthwhile for you. You will keep missing opportunities and you will keep missing people just because you are shy, just because you are not confident in yourself. So sometimes, I said this in a program in my church. I was invited to do an MC for one of our events. I mean, to serve as the MC for one of our events. I shared something after the MC. In fact, I did three things at a time in that event. I was the MC, I was the the guest for health talk. I was also the instructor on networking. Three things, one person. Multi-purpose duty. That was what I did that day. So I held the mic all through, and I was doing the MC job while speaking and training and all that. Now I told them something. Sometimes in church, what you've been praying for and drinking anointing oil, just kidding. Some people do that anyway. What you've been, praying for and sleeping in church for all day long. Sometimes the answer to that prayer has already been given to you. The person next to you in church, seated in church, the person just at your left. But you stay all through in church, and everybody just does his or her thing, and it's the end of service, you have to go home, and you don't really connect because, well, who am I? Why should I? I'm not confident, or I'm shy. I remember when I used to be, when you know, if people approach me or something, my hands start shaking. I get scared because I feel like I have nothing to offer. Okay, we'll get to that. I would still share more about strategies you can use to, you know, break all this. The next one is personality type. This is justified or justifiable. A lot of people on the introvert spectrum find it very hard to connect with people, and I understand that. They find it hard because introverts derive energy from being on their own. That is how you recharge your battery if you are an introvert, by being on your own. It does not mean you are shy. It does not mean you are timid or something. It means you draw your energy through solitude. Unlike the extrovert who draws his energy from people around. Okay? So, but one thing you have to also ask yourself at the end of the day is, being introvert should not mean that you fall into your weaknesses. There are weaknesses and tendencies for any personality spectrum: introvert, extrovert, ambivert, whichever. There are there are weaknesses, expected weaknesses and strengths. Now, the goal, or let me say, God's intention, God's agenda for your life is not that you go and say, ah, just the way some people would use zodiac sign as excuse for their bad character. No, that's not the point. Understanding your personalities from a different perspective, you are holding on to your strength. You are fine tuning your strength and finding ways to utilize your strength to make more meaning, make more impact, build more influence, make more income. Then your weaknesses, you are looking for ways to build upon your weaknesses. There are weaknesses you should build upon. You should correct some things about your life. Then there are some of them that, well, They are there to prove to you that you should not even try. Okay. So you may have tried, let me give you a quick example, a very quick one. Something like let's say soap production, or let me say um coding, right? Coding. Let me use that as an example. You may try coding and try and try and try and try, and it's not your thing. You don't want to sit down, type in a bunch of codes, and you consider it a weakness. And you know it's something you can do without. I mean, you can literally do without coding. Okay? It could be writing. I don't like writing. Writing was a big weakness for me. I found out when I was in fact, almost all through my life, it's been weak. It's been a major challenge. But when I entered the university and nobody was asking me to submit my notes so that they will mark, you know, I felt free. It was like someone loosened the bond on my hand, the shackles on my hand. I realized I don't have to write. That was a major weakness. It was a major relief for me. So I would wait for those in front that wear glasses to finish writing so I can borrow their notes and then photocopy. Did it work for me? Yes, it worked. So that's a weakness I can literally do without. Okay, so that's the purpose of understanding your strengths and understanding your weaknesses. Now, being an introvert, if connecting with people is a weakness, you should not just say, that's how I am, let me remain that way. No, you will remain that way in that case, and you keep missing opportunities. You keep struggling to access a lot of things that network would have benefited you. Now, let me tell you a story how I got my PVC. I spent the first day at my polling unit unsuccessful. Second day unsuccessful. Third day I came there by like after 7, I think 7:38 or 7:40 a.m. I left there by around 4 p.m. Still doing a beg ma, please, mommy, please, for the woman to help us distribute our cards. I mean, begging after the fourth day. I mean, after the third day. Was it third day? Yeah, third day. Then that third day, I met somebody there, a young Muslim lady. I met the lady and we got talking. We started having conversations. I introduced myself. We started talking about the Nigerian election and all that. So after everything, we exchanged contact. Very important. Let me have your number. You can take mine, save it as this. She saw my name. I think my name popped up as Coach Chijioke. So she said something and we laughed over it. And that was all. I was like, well, she too, she was saying she wasn't going to come back again. She was not going to come to the venue again. As she's tired, I said, please don't be tired. Let's do this for our country. She was saying something like, I don't even want to vote. All of them are the same. I said, no, 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 no. Let's talk about this and that and that. This is my candidate. P2B is not like all other people and stuff. We just got talking. It was a fun conversation. So the next day, she came there. I think she came as early as 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. and she wrote my name for me without my consent, without even telling me. So it was later. I was on my way to work because I was tired. I was exhausted. I said, I'm not going back. Let me rest. Maybe later I'll go back. So she called me and said, I wrote your name for you. Are you coming to collect your PVC today? Initially, I said no. She just said, are you coming to collect? I said no. She said, okay, okay. Oh, I just wanted to know. I wrote your name for you. Wow. Wow. Said my number is number 64. Your own is 65. So that gave me so much hope. I fell within the first 100 and I was like, wow, thank you so much. I will come. Do you know that I was in the hospital and she told me that she was going there, she was going to go and pick up her PVC and you know I should start coming. I was still on my way down to my place, my area. When I talked with her again, I called her and we talked, and she said, "Oh, I've collected it for you. Once you come, I'll give you." She sent me her brother's number because they stay beside that location. So once you come, call my brother. He will bring your card for you. It's very close to the location. I was like, what kind of thing is this? Now imagine how it would have been if I did not make the move to connect with that young lady. See, you don't know the amount of opportunities you are missing just because you are not connecting with people. So being introverted is not an excuse enough. What you've been looking for and praying for 4 years, the opportunity is in people. That opportunity is inside the next person. But do you know how to get it? You can't if you don't make the move to connect. If you do not know how to nurture the connection, not just about initiating it, you don't know how to nurture. Okay. Now, the next category is, I've talked about this before. I'll highlight it again. Self-worth. Poor sense of self-worth will make you feel a bit reluctant when it comes to connecting with people. Okay. Next one is not seeing the need for it. Not seeing the need for it. There are people who feel self-sufficient and self-made, so they don't see any need to connect with anybody. They believe they're enough. My father is the governor of the state, or my father is a chief, is this and is that, and he has all the money. I fly to any country I want. So, and everybody should just be on their lane. That's what they think. That's what they think to themselves. They don't see the need to connect with anybody. Hmm? For some people, it's not even as if they have anything. They don't have shishi. They don't have anything. But it's that pride. I have all I need. I don't, whether it's pride or any other thing, but they just don't want to connect with people. Okay. Now the next category of people are the ones who, yes, they're the ones who don't know what networking is. They have no idea. They don't even know what it is to start with. Not to talk of doing it well. They don't know what it means. So this thing is even a thing. Like, you meet people and you start talking to people. What will you be talking about? They don't understand what you are talking. They don't know what it means. Okay? They don't know. Now, there's another category of people. This one is team Netflix, team mobile phone, team social media. The ones who will go for events, conferences, and their eyes are fixed on their phone. Hmm? Wherever they are, their eyes are fixed on their phones. At work, their eyes are fixed on their mobile phones, playing games, watching Netflix, and doing all whatnot, without taking out a time to observe the environment, to see who can I really connect with here. It breaks my heart so much when I attend events and they call the event a networking event. It is obvious. This is a networking event for business leaders, for young entrepreneurs and all that. Networking event too. Some people will come and then they just sit around and they're on their mobile phones all along. So it brings the question, what's actually the aim? What's the purpose of coming to this event? You have to learn how to break out from that circle, break out from that chain. There are some events I attend and I don't even look at my mobile phone. I just drop my device somewhere. And if you happen to be close to somebody or sit close next to somebody that you want to connect with. It is really social disrespect if all through your conversation you are typing one thing or the other, or you are trying to do one thing or the other with your device. It doesn't make sense. So you have to learn how to take a step backwards and pay attention to your environment. Listen, have real conversations, connect. See you in a minute. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm honored to have you here. So for some other people, another category is laziness, team laziness, pure undiluted laziness. This one is not that they don't know, it's not that they don't know the benefit, it's not that they are introverts, it's not because they're introverts, it's not because they lack self-confidence or anything. Just that how will I leave my chair and walk up to this person? They will calculate the distance. So I have to stand up and throw 3 steps or 4 steps before I get to this person and connect. Or maybe so I need to type long message. I need to type this and type. How will I speak the grammar to actually send to somebody to connect with me? It happens. There are some people that their own problem, they gather number like crazy. Once they go to events, they will bring a fresh book and they start copying. What's your number? They will write it down. They will never reach out, but they have 1,000 numbers they've gathered from events, but they won't send a message. Pure undiluted laziness. They prefer to sit on the couch doing nothing, playing games and watching reels. Not even games, reels. Yes, reels. That's the hardest distraction for a lot of people today, including myself. So you have to learn how to step beyond that, okay, and reach out to connect. Understanding that, or understanding the fact that you are losing a lot if you are not connecting with people. You are missing out a lot of opportunities. You are missing out on opportunities and people if you are not initiating conversations. And these things are things you can learn. You can learn how to initiate, you can learn how to sustain meaningful conversations. Anywhere I go, any event I go these days, before you know what's happening, I'm already talking with this person or that person. And some people are like, TJ, how? This is the convener of this event. This is the person I've been trying to reach out to for the past 2 years. I've been trying to see how to get to somebody to know if I can use the person as a middleman to finally get to. I'm like, and so, and all of a sudden they see me, and then the person, we are talking and we are laughing. It takes strategy. It takes strategy and confidence to be able to pull that. But it starts from somewhere. It starts from you at least getting up to make the move. The next set of people, the next category of people, team, or let me not say team, another reason why people don't do networking, let me put it that way: religious beliefs, cultural influence, personal predispositions. Aside from ego and pride, some people just prefer not to connect for reasons best known to them. They just like it when they are not, nobody is coming to them, they're not going to anybody. That is the way they want to be. Personal decision. And they feel it is better. Like that is why they are doing it. They feel it is good. For some people, it's the religious aspect, religious beliefs. For some, they will not connect with people who are not in their religious circle because they believe that when they interact with such people, they will get contaminated. Yes, a lot of people are like that. They believe that when they offer somebody, let me say a gift or something or a handshake, that there are actually safe limits to this, and it's not to talk down on any belief at all. But even in my own circle, I met Christians who could not connect, would not connect, wouldn't want you to even come close or approach or anything. They see every other person who is not in their own small circle as outcasts, as bedeviled people, unrighteous, filthy, because you do not bear the tag that they bear, which is actually very painful, a very sad thing. Okay, there are some people that their own belief, their own system, doctrines, and teachings prevents them from interacting with people. Now, I'm not saying that this is bad or good. What I'm just trying to establish, it is one of the reasons why people do not do networking. Then cultural influence. There are some people who their background, from their own background or culture, women don't connect with men, you can't exchange number. The funny thing is this: I've had very terrible experiences where I work. I've met, I think, about 3 times, on 3 occasions, where I tried to reach out to people, to ladies, to connect with them. And I asked for the contact, and the lady's like, why, what do you need my contact for? We are talking, I greet, and okay, this is what I do, this is what is, I've been seeing you around or something. You might exchanging contact, and they're like, what do you need my contact for? And by the time I explain myself, some of them will oblige. But I've met very funny people that I talk with them, and we engage in a conversation, and something as simple as, okay, I would love to have your contact, or I'd love to exchange contact with you. This, I mean, showed me her ring, not like pull over. We're in a taxi together. So she showed me her ring immediately and said, I'm married. Like, WhatsApp number. What does WhatsApp number have to do with marriage? Like, no, I understand that maybe they've had their own past experiences with people who were trying to hit on them or something, but like, it's that's part of cultural and personal predispositions. So you are married. That's why you can't give me your number, or you can't connect with me, or you can't let me have a conversation with you. Okay, I met another one. The same thing. We were on rounds. We're going to see patients together. She's a doctor, and the moment I said, okay, can I have your number? Why was I asking for the contact? Actually, this is a member of the team, and that's the way I work. Most of the time, when I work with people in a team, I love to have their individual contacts. If there's any need for us to communicate, for us to share value or talk about a particular case or something, we can do that. We have an open channel of communication because that communication link has been established. So I asked this lady, the first thing she was telling me is, I am married. And I laughed. I laughed. So I had to still come down to explaining, oh, this is my intention and this and that, before she finally gave me her number. Okay, so why I'm saying this too is so that you can understand the reason for your rejections. Understand that people have their own personal weaknesses, personal flaws, personal fears and dispositions, their own personal beliefs, doctrines, and cultural differences, so that you don't get overwhelmed when people say no or when they act funny. You try to create the room of understanding for such scenarios. Okay, you know how to do it. So How many of you have been enjoying this? Let me know if you have. Let me know if you have been enjoying this so far. Okay, I'm waiting for comments to come up. So I wouldn't want to keep us for long. We've hit the 1 hour mark. Oh, beautiful. Thank you, Timothy. Farimade. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly. Thank you very much. I'm glad to have you here. I'm glad to have, yes, yes, yes. Drop some fire emojis. Yes, 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 yes. I love this. I love this. So one thing I want you to also do, that list I shared there, just identify that list I was talking about. Identify your own position and embrace yourself. Encourage yourself to to do better from there. Okay. Sometimes what helps you get out of a situation is when you understand the situation itself. Okay, that's what helps you get out of a situation. Oh, thank you very much. So you know what you are going through, you know exactly what you are going through, what you are passing through, the challenge, the struggle, you know the name, so you can start working on it, you can start facing it squarely. Okay, so yes, so we'll get into the I think I'll take 20 more minutes. If I don't finish for tonight, I'm definitely going to do another session and keep breaking it down. Okay. If I don't, then every other detail will be my, you'll get every other detail from my book. I wrote a book on networking, and the title is what's even the title again? How to No, not how to, your ultimate guide to networking. Your ultimate guide to networking. How to connect with people, and I think how to connect with people anywhere, anytime, even if you are shy or introverted. That's the caption on the book, on the front cover. And that book, if you've read it, my goodness, that's like back to back value. In fact, all of these things I'm sharing are from my book. Okay, everything in details, they are all in that book. So I shared a lot of details covering the concept, the art of networking, mindset, and strategy. I shared my personal secrets, how I walk up to anybody and connect with them. It's not hard for me. I go to work sometimes, and I take a cab, I bought a cab or a taxi, and the person right next to me, before you know what's happening, we are already talking, we are laughing, we are talking about business, talking about different things, and we're exchanging contacts. It's easy. It flows when you know how it is done. In fact, my next target is exchanging contacts in an elevator. That's my next target, to show you how good I have got. I mean, when it comes to networking, sometimes I just look and I'm like, man, you are the boss in this thing. Oh, I mean, you are really good at it. It's not it's not questionable. It's not pride. It's not pride. It's self-awareness. Okay. so so yes, that's it. It's not hard. It's not hard. In my book, I made an outline, 60 pages. You can finish it in a day. Most people who have bought the book finished it in one night. I mean, 2 hours they are done. Okay. Yes, the title of the book, some people are already asking. Your ultimate guide to networking. Your ultimate guide to networking. Yes, and you can get the book. Send me a message. Send me a message on WhatsApp. Yeah, send me a message on WhatsApp. And okay, my number, let me see. Send me a message on WhatsApp and I would, hand you. It's just 8,000 naira. If you're not in Nigeria, you can convert that to your currency, or I'll do the conversion for you. But for the purpose of this boot camp, for anybody who is going to get it tonight, you get for just 2,000 naira. You get for 2K. Yes, you get for only 2,000 naira. That's like 6K off. Now, the good thing about the book is not just the book itself and the value it contains, is the community that comes with it, and the bonus resources, videos that I created that would help you. How that particular video on how I connect to people at events, how I connect to people at events. That's a very, very strategic session. Okay. So if you want the book, you can reach out to me. Okay, you can reach out to me, and you pay and have access to it, and I'll also add you to the community. I'll add you to a special group for all those who have bought the book. I think there are about 90 something people or 80 something so far. So let me see. If you have any question at this point, please drop before we get into the next thing. If you have any question, drop it. Okay, but coach, if I try that, my mom will be like, be a gentle girl, guys, like a girl. Now, good. If you try, what exactly? Uche, if you try, what exactly? I would like to know what you're saying, what you're asking about. What is it that should react to your mom? So good. Let's get on to what we are talking about. If you want the book, yes, if you want the book, in fact, if you did not watch this video, if you are not watching this video live, you will not even know that I made this offer. And by the time you've seen, by the time whoever it is getting to this point, maybe in the next 2 days or 3 days or 1 week, the offer must have expired. I would not give it out at 2,000 naira again. It's not for public consumption. I'm not mentioning it outside. I don't even talk about it outside. So, yes, like I was saying, let's get on to, while I wait for Uche to rephrase the question. Let me get on to the main thing, the main conversation for tonight, and that is the how to actually build a network that makes sense, how to reach out to people and connect with people. There are things you must know. There are many things you have to know, and one of those things that you must know is networking is never about you. See, if you are selfish, you will suck at networking. If you are just thinking about, oh, this person has this, let me go and connect and tap, and wine tapper. No, if you're always looking for what to tap, you're never going to be successful at networking. I told you earlier, it's a two-way street. You must be thinking in the direction of, what can I bring to the table? Not what can I come to the table and steal or take. No. There are some people who just want to connect because they want to tap current. This person has a lot of knowledge. They tap. This person has a lot of money. Sir, please support my business, support my hustle, support this or support that. That's what they care about. Now, the thing that would help you in networking is this: realizing that every human being, no matter how wealthy you think they are, no matter how perfect you think their life story is, every human being has his or her own choking problem. It may be one, it may be two, it may be more than many. So if you are able to discover how to penetrate their own problem zone and solve some of their problems, you'll be more relevant to them. You are only as relevant to people as how much solution you can provide for their problems. But if you're only coming to take, people will run away from you. Don't be an overtaker. Don't come to take. Don't be dependent. Don't feel entitled to anybody's property, anybody's wealth, anybody's knowledge. There are people I almost blocked. I deleted their number because people wanted to eat my brain for breakfast. I mean, ah, ah, so I'm doing this. How do I do this? You tell. How do I do this? Okay, well, please tell me this. Please, how do you do this? How do I do this? Okay, no, this is the course. You can buy this course and you will learn it. They will not agree. They will run away. Next time again, they are stuck. They will come back again and start all over. Like, man, some people will even insult you if you don't tell them some things. They know it's premium, but they will never pay for it. No, even if you like, make it almost free. They will never commit anything, but they will come to pick your brain. That is not how life works. Oh, so because I am your classmate or your church member or something, you want to use billing and murder me, or you want to ask me all the questions in life like I'm your father or your mother or something, so that I'll bring out all of my time and all of my life to start serving and answering your questions. It does not work that way. Okay? It doesn't work that way. You have to be ready to give value. You have to be ready to not just reciprocate, but initiate the giving. And this stems from you building and acquiring value in yourself. I see people today, when I want to connect with people, I do not first, the first thing that comes to my mind is not what can I take from this person. It's not what can tap. No. I'm always thinking, how can I improve the quality of this person's life? That is the first thing that comes to my mind. Even if it's not the first, I will rewire my mind. I will catch myself thinking and I'll start thinking about how to create value for whoever it is. I would answer your questions, Simbiat. Okay? So that is the first thing you must understand. That is the first principle. Eliminate the all about me syndrome. Eliminate it and you become better at networking. Number two, and let me reiterate, whether it is you are looking fact that you are looking for a job, or you are looking for clients, or you are looking for people to buy what you sell. You meet people that once they connect with you, the next thing is, I'm contesting for Mr. This or Mrs. Facebook. Can you hear me? I'm seeing question marks in the comments. What's happening? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I hope you can hear me clearly. Yes, I saw your question, Symbiat. I saw your question and I said I will answer. So let me know. Please respond. If you can hear me, please respond. I'll answer all your questions. Don't worry. I'll answer the questions. I'll answer. Oh, I saw your message. Thank you, Favor. You're welcome, Favor. I'll answer your question as well. Don't worry, I'll take it easy. So, you see people like that once they connect, they just want to get something from you immediately. I sell recharge card, buy my product, and help me advertise my event. I'm contesting for Mr. Most Important and Mrs. Ofegusi. Post this for me, post that for me, do this for me. Do At the end of the day, you're just checking all of their intentions. It's me, 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 me. It's just so me-ish. Nothing in the whole of that equation talks about the other party. The other party. It's just about me, me, what I want to take. If you continue like that, everybody will run away from you. Everybody. Some people will never ever comment on your post or like your post or do anything. They will just be waiting for you. Anytime you post a picture and you are on suit God forgive you, and you're on suit on Facebook, they will just remember, this guy is really living large. Next thing you see them in their DM, in your DM, please send me 10K. I have an emergency. Please send me. Can you just spare 5,000 naira for me? I've not filled my gas. And I'm like, okay, okay, from where? I don't even know you. Like, from where? Just you accept friend request today. Within the next 10 seconds, you're already seeing bills in your DM, and you're like, how they don't even understand your own struggles, your own problems. They don't even care to understand. It's just about how can I get. That's a mindset you have to destroy. Okay. So the next one, I think I've mentioned it. What's it again? Genuinely love people. Yeah, genuinely love people. When you love people, it's going to be a lot easier for you to bond with people. It's going to be a lot easier for you to connect with them. Leadership taught me how to love people. In fact, I literally had to, I prayed to God specifically to teach me how to love people. People I was leading. And, of course, the prayer was answered with extra, with Jara. It became like a love spell, a love course, you know, not like a course as per bad, but it followed me so much. It cut through me. I learned how to love people. I loved having people around me. So that's part of the reasons I love to connect with people. And when you love people, networking will be natural for you. It's going to be palpable. People can feel that love. Love is compelling, it is attractive, it is magnetic. So when when your mind has said it, your mind has agreed with it, your body language will start falling in place because this is coming from the inside. You love. Okay? You don't want to be looking fake when you are connecting with people. Yeah, you don't want to be doing it fake. Let it come from within. Let it flow from within. Again, all these strategies, all these secrets, all these tips, I mentioned them in that book. I explained them extensively in the book. Okay. So the next one you have to understand, okay, talking about self-confidence. I think somebody asked a question. Let me take that. I feel into thinking what I want to say to people. Okay, I'll answer this. And yeah, another question is somebody is liking the Ofe Egusi line I used. It's like you love Egusi soup. Okay, I see another question. How can I get the? Oh, I already answered that. How can you get the book? Question. You can message me on WhatsApp. You can reach out. Me, I will not disturb you after now. So I may not even remember that I made the offer. So go ahead and message me on WhatsApp. If you don't have my WhatsApp number, you can request for it here. So I'll send it. Okay. Now, if I try that, I don't know what you said you will try. I don't know what you said you would try. Let me see. Okay. Let me see. Okay. Thank you, Favor. Thank you for the feedback. I've tried networking with people. For guys, they will feel I'm getting to like them, and it's really now this is it's the reality of what you have to face. I told you my story, okay? So I'm not some robot talking. I've told you my story. I've met a lot of ladies that thought that my approaching them to network with them was for other reasons. I had something hidden, me with my innocent self. you know. I go to meet a lady. It's happened over time, like a lot of times, you know. And this lady was like, we barely met a few minutes ago. Why are you asking for my number? You know, that kind of thing. I felt embarrassed and I left her alone. I mean, I just said, okay, thank you. I left. A few years later, I found her in my group. She is in a school. She's from one school, but the same department, the same course of study. So we attended a convention or conference somewhere. So that was where I met her and we talked and that happened. Later on, I found her in my group, in my a group I created on WhatsApp. And she was even defaulting. She was one of those that, I initially I just said, if you are not engaging, I'll remove you from the group. If you are not following, I'll remove you. You are not. So at the end of the day, I was able to check and see people who were engaging and who were not. Then I saw her name. I didn't save the contact, but I saw the name and I remembered it flashed back. I remember I overheard somebody call her name and I knew she was the one. I checked the profile picture. She was the one. Aha. I removed her. Why should she be defaulting? I removed her immediately. And after removing her, I was so satisfied and happy I could not even remove anybody else. It's not because I'm bad though. But that's life for you. So I want to answer a quick question here. I feel my category falls into thinking what I want to say to people. Now, that is why you should read my book. Okay. That's why you should read my book. I taught in that book how to start conversations and sustain conversations, even with strangers. If I start talking about networking, I will teach networking for 12 days straight. I can do that. The last time I taught on networking was 8 days, and that was 2020. I think around August 2020. Now, if I want to teach on this extensively, it can take me 12 days. I'm trying to like give you the most important or salient points. Okay. Now, if you want to dig deeper, if you really, really want to go better, become an expert in the art of networking, go ahead and you know and get the book. Strange thing just happened. I realized the link I sent for this training just jumped in now. I don't know how. There was a group I sent it to for the announcements and it just came in now. However, we have started already and we're almost done. So whoever is joining, you're welcome. Feel free to go over the video, go over the lesson, take notes and all. So like I was saying, what you will say is not a problem. You should endeavor to build yourself up. You should be well learned. I mean, you should be vast to an extent. Know what is happening around you. Try and know some other things. Not just don't be a bookworm that only what you know is what you went to school to study. Be interesting. Pick interest in other things. About business, about life, the kind of people you want to you know hang around with. You should be interested, pick some interest in what they are interested in, learn more about what they do, so that when you want to start up conversations, you have a pickup point. Sometimes I use the POC. These things, I wish, in fact, let me not wish. You should get the book. Sometimes I use the POC, a point of contact. Find out what they are interested in or what they do. If what they do, any of those things fall in line with what you do or what you are interested in or what you love doing or what you admire, you can use it as a conversation point. Okay, sometimes you can start conversation with admiration, or what's it called again, compliments. Everyone loves to be complimented. Oh, I love your hair. Where did you make this hair? Oh, I love your clothes. Wow, it's amazing. I've been looking at this style since you came in. I love everything about the clothes, and the color just blends with your skin. You are looking amazing today. This whole event is for you. That's a good compliment. Now, some women are battling with a lot of insecurities that when they receive one compliment like that, like you have done a lot for them. Probably they wore that dress that day, just because that's the only dress they have that they know they feel a little bit confident in, and you just skyrocketed their confidence to 1000%. They're like, yes, yes, I made it. My tailor, it took me long to get this, but finally I got it. And then I chip in a conversation. I have my mom is a seamstress. She makes clothes, she sews. So with that kind of conversation now, where it's going. I'm like, oh yeah, I understand. I know, and tailoring can be stressful. My mom is a seamstress and she makes very wonderful wears, you know. Oh wow, interesting. Where does your mom stay? Maybe she can be my new tailor. Oh, she stays in the east. Oh, okay, okay, okay. It's going to be hard, getting this over from East to Abuja and all. Okay, so what do? You see, gradually you are driving deep, you are moving deeper into conversations. It is very easy. You don't have to be afraid, to start up conversations. It's very easy. In my book, towards the end of the book, I wrote a particular chapter. I devoted a particular chapter to how to connect with random strangers on the street, in your street. This particular strategy, even after I wrote the book, I met somebody in my street and I said, I've done this before and it worked, and I wrote it in my book, and I know it's going to work for a lot of people, and I'm going to try the same formula, the same format again. And I did that, and guess what? It worked again. Meet people, look for something you can compliment about them. Start off from there as a conversation point. As they continue to go, listening is very important. Your listening skills will play a huge part in your communication and connection. Pay attention to details. I've related with people, I've connected with people from different parts of the world, from all over the world, from Canada, from India, from South Korea, from the UK, from United States of America. And when we get on call and talk, there's always a different vibe. Some of them will not even want to end the call. Sometimes it seems something as simple as listening, because I listen for cues. Listen intelligently, listen keenly. Now, when they say something like, oh, I've been to Africa, I went to Africa in 2012. I went for a conference or something. I was hosting an event in South Africa, and I think I came to Nigeria to pick up something, and then I went back to South Africa and all. Now you came to Nigeria. Nigeria is my country. Now I would lead in with another conversation. Oh wow, where did you get to in Nigeria? Which of the states? And how was your experience? I've given that person another thing to talk about. And trust me, most people love to talk about their adventures, love to talk about their business, love to talk about what they are doing really well at. So once you keep leading the conversation that way, don't worry, they will be the one doing all the talking. Okay? They'll be the one doing all the talking. I meet some people and I tell them, oh, you dress really well, or you speak really well. Compliment. You speak really well. And before you know it, they'll oh, I actually got trained as a public speaker in 2012. I've been doing debates from my childhood. I've done this and this and that. And public speaking is really life for me, and this and that and that. Oh, you said you've done debates? Wow. I find debates very scary. I've never considered doing a debate in my life. It scares the living daylight out of me. And they laugh. Oh, debates are so easy. Once you understand how to, you can actually. So, oh, what's your most important secret? What's your winning secret for any debate? And they say one thing, and you pick up from there again. And anything they say is an opportunity. Anything that you find interesting is an opportunity to keep the conversation going. Don't be boring in conversations. Okay? So you see something they did or they achieved, you can go and read up people's bios or their profile. Read up their profile, then use whatever you find as a conversation point. Okay? I hope you are gaining value. I hope it's making sense. I hope it's making sense. You don't know how much this thing will open you up to. It's going to open you up to a lot, a lot, a whole lot. Okay. So another thing you have to do for me and for yourself is learn how to handle rejections. Learn how to handle rejections. Now, for you that is asking favor, that is saying that sometimes you try to connect with guys and they think you are falling in love with them or something. It's something you have to deal with. Sometimes don't assume that people think this way or they think otherwise. Sometimes after communicating, like while communicating with people, I let them understand. Oh, no, I don't mean this. Okay, I'm actually, sometimes I go, like when I see some people and I try to connect with them and I know they're thinking, oh, this guy is here to hit on me, this guy is here to chike me or woo me or something. Me, I don't even have time. I'm too where did I see that kind of time to come and start speaking plenty grammar for somebody? you know I quickly, once I read that from their body language, their facial expression, I quickly tell them, oh, I'm a life coach, or I'm a trainer, I'm a public speaker, and I just want to connect with you because of this. I want to connect with you because I've been listening to your conversation and I think you speak quite well. You know, I think you'll make a good public speaker or something. Let's connect. Or I saw what was written on your bag, a medical something something, and it seems you are into healthcare. So maybe one of these days we can do something together, or we can just connect and get to know more about ourselves. Let's connect. Okay. So at that point it is obvious I've made my matter clear, crystal clear, that I am not here to tell you that you are the butterfly in my tummy or the sugar in my teacup or whatever. No, I've made it clear. I am here to network as a professional that I am. Okay. Yes. So if I try chatting or connecting with people, like making, okay, first move. Yes, I can hear. This is now question and answer session. Um, I think I talked about what's it called? I think I talked about what's the last thing I mentioned? Yes, accepting rejections. Yes, accepting rejections. Anticipate the no's. Anticipate. People are going to tell you no. Move on. For every one person who says no to your request to connect, there are like 1,000 other people in at that point waiting for somebody to reach out to them, waiting for somebody like you. There are people who are begging on their knees. Let somebody like this send me a message or connect with me. A lot of people. So don't be too weary over reject connecting with you. You face the rejection. Get used to it. Develop the thick skin. Okay. So build value in yourself. Develop that. I mean, keep developing yourself to the point where you know that when people reject you, you are not the one losing. They lost. When people say no to you, they just said no to the biggest bag of opportunity in the world. So match away majestically. In your mind, maybe the next time you will need me. In fact, not even maybe. The next time you would need me, you will be the one to come. And at that point where you are coming, I will charge you some access fee. T and C will apply. That's the way I see life. Okay. So when I try to, yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy, but you have to. When I try to make the first move in connecting or conversing with people, my mom will be like, a gentle girl. Okay, will be like, be a gentle girl. Girls, guys like girls that are gentle. It depends. It depends. Personalities differ. Preferences differ. Okay. It's not true that, guys, that's a weird generalization. People are different. The principle of individuality. There are people who like people who are rowdy and noisy. Then there are also other people who like people who are gentle. It's different. There are no two. What's good for the gander may not be good for the goose, right? So do your thing. Be moderate. That's the most important advice. Moderation and modesty. Okay, don't overdo. But that does not mean you should not express yourself. You can make the first move, connect. We are in a connected world, in a connected and digital economy, you know. So connect. That's the power of networking. Connect. You never can tell where it's going to take you to, you know. And when I was talking about the benefits, people also meet their missing whatever, better halves and missing ribs through networking. You've not been seeing that recently. It's trending on social media almost every day. Oh, he slid into my DM and said this, and I replied this, and now 2 years later, here we are, and they're snapping wedding picture. But it started from sliding into DM. And you see, another thing is, even in that my book, one of the chapters, sliding into DM 101, your ultimate WhatsApp networking guide, which also works for other social media platforms. I taught step by step how you can create compelling pitches and send to people. Pitch yourself in a way that looks intelligent, and you never can tell what will come out from there. Amen. Okay, don't mind me. So yes, there's nothing wrong with making that first move. Absolutely nothing wrong. So there are other things in this book, other things. But one thing I want to leave you with, one very important thing I want to leave you with is learn how to come out of your shell by practicing. Okay, practice coming out of your shell. Whatever you want to get good at, you want to improve yourself, you want to become a better speaker, writer, whatever. Put practice. Put practice. You're going to become uncomfortable at some point. It's going to make you uncomfortable. You're going to try some things and it will not work the way you expected. But keep practicing, keep practicing, keep practicing, keep trying. Initiate the atmosphere. Reach out to people and ask to connect. That's the only way. That's the only way you can grow in it. That's the only way you can build. Okay, that's the only way. So reach out, connect, practice. Go online, go on social media. Those people that you see and you admire, send them messages. Appreciate what they are doing. Ask to connect. Ask if there's any way you can support or something. Okay, so that's it. That's it. Let me see if there's any other question here. Let me see if there's any other question. Fever. Oh my god. I'm just beginning to see all the funny comments. Funny comments inside here. Uh, okay. Interesting. Lack of confidence. Category responsibility. Okay, what to do. So I think we are done for tonight. Yes, we're done for tonight. I can't see any more question. Okay, like making the first move, listening skills. Yes. So yes, that's it. If you have any question, any further questions, bring it in. Bring it in so that I can tackle that. So if you want to send me a message, you want the book, let me see. Okay, so this is my contact. I'm putting it in the comment section, and it's not public, so it's definitely going to expire. So click on the link and then come to my DM. Now, oh wow. Okay, I think YouTube is not even letting me put this as a link in the comments. Okay, so yeah, I hope you got value. And one thing I want you to do, if you are still with me here, hit the smash. People will say smash the like button. Break your phone screen. If you break it, I'll send you a new device. Don't worry, an iPhone 15 Pro Max. Hit the like button and then subscribe to the channel so that you know when next I go live. You get a notification. I know a lot of people did not get notified for this, and I had to send to the group. So hit the like button and then subscribe to the channel. If you want to if you want to get the book, send me a private message on WhatsApp. If you don't know my WhatsApp number, you can comment on you can, check for the comment section and then inform me. So yes, I hope you all got value. I hope you got value. I'd love to see your feedback. I'd love to see your feedback. Yeah, I'm trying to see the likes on the video. You're not hitting the like button. So I'd love to see your feedback. Come to the feedback room. Yeah. And when you get to the feedback room, I want you to do something very spectacular. Pepper all of the people that did not join in the session tonight. Tell the story of this session. Talk about it, the impact it has, being on, that's had on you, what you gained, your takeaway, the points, what people have missed, and your experience generally. Okay. So I would get to share the ones I can share, the ones I see. I'll get to share them. So yes, I hope you had a very wonderful time here. Brace up and get ready to come out from your shell and connect, and have fun connecting. Obvious. Don't worry. Just hit the like, keep hitting the like button. Don't worry. The iPhone will come very soon. It's not a problem to come. Just send me your location. I will reveal it to you. Okay. So thank you all for attending. Thank you all for joining. I would so much love to see your feedback. Don't withhold it. So our next session, you'll get notified on the group with the details of the next session. So have a wonderful night rest. Thank you, Favor. Thank you very much. And Faith, thank you so much. I saw that. Thank you. Amazing.